June 27, 2024 City Council meeting to order, and wish Laura a happy birthday. And
We will see.
No.
not unless you're going to lead it. Just don't say we did. How about that? All right. That'll be good. We do have a quorum, by the way, so if you'll bow with me, we'll have a word of prayer and then we'll move into our meeting. Our Father in heaven, we're thankful for yet another day of life and thankful for the opportunity to gather here together and thankful for the opportunity to live in this community. We pray a blessing on everyone here tonight. We pray that you'll be with this council as we make some decisions. And we pray that you'll continue to lead and direct in the way that we should go. We ask that you take care of those that are sick and maybe lost loved ones that are grieving, just be with them. We ask now that you go with us and forgive us our sins. Amen. Okay. We have one set of minutes from two nights, May 28 and June 18. Have y'all had a chance to take a look at those?
Yes.
Yes.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay. Got a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, got a second. Any discussion from anywhere? Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carries unanimously. Public business. Anybody got anything they want to address with us tonight? Okay. All right, we'll move on. Chief Enderlight, police reports up first.
I'm ready.
By the way, how'd y'all do?
Great. It did great. We come in, we were number one seed through the whole thing. We ended up getting beat in the semifinals, but my boy did really well.
So you got top four anyway?
Yeah, third.
Third, that's good.
He was second home runs out
Good.
of 96 teams.
Good.
With 15 kids apiece, so that's
Good.
not bad.
Be fun to watch him over the next few years.
We definitely put on a show.
Well, good, good. In a high profile
Yes.
area.
Yes.
All right, well, we get talking sports, we won't never get out of here.
Especially baseball.
That's right. It's been a good week for
It sure
baseball.
has. It's been a good week for all.
Okay, what you got to tell us?
Any questions on the stats or any of the stuff that you see there? Nothing?
I don't have any.
Really, I've got a few projects I'm working on and I spoke to you about them.
Yeah.
But that's not something that, it can wait.
Well, we'll talk between now and the July
Yeah.
meeting, because I got to make some,
Understood.
what did it say in that movie when he told that horse that I got to make traction?
Understood.
I do have one question for you. How's mentioned this before, and I've noticed it, and I think it's going to get worse when our new restaurant finally gets open.
Right.
We have signs on Main Street that talk about parallel parking being with the flow of traffic.
Yes.
Do we have any kind of ordinance that we can
Yes.
write tickets under, because those signs are being totally ignored?
Yes. So.
And my wife and I we've both about been hit head on because someone's pulling out from the wrong side of the road in that parallel parking, and they're looking behind them to see if they can pull out, but they're not looking for oncoming traffic, and
Right. So.
that street's too narrow.
We did, and it is enforceable through the ordinance, and it's a black and white sign. One of the things, I believe that someone, I don't know that they come to council, but I believe there was a lot of concerns because what happened was you can't spot and enforce stuff. So then, you get out some of the, Cornwell and go out through there, and people have been parking against the flow of traffic for 30 years when they were hot when they got the ticket. So, it is enforceable and there is an ordinance, and that is correct. But if you enforce it at one spot, we have to enforce it for the whole city as well.
So the ordinance is not specific for Main Street only?
That is correct. It is not specific for that.
Dr. Katie Smith brought that to us when she was on the commission. She was instrumental in getting that.
Yes, that is accurate.
And of course, they had the restaurant there, so.
Yes.
Okay. Questions, Chief? Comments? All right. Appreciate you. You got some guests with you tonight?
Yes, yeah, I did it again. Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let me get back over here. Y'all like looking at it? Sure. Yeah. This is a new officer we hired. His name's Josh Hightower. He's fully certified, already been to the academy.
Hey, Josh.
So a good addition to that. He's in training right now. So again, this is Joshua Hightower.
Good to meet you. I signed your check a while ago, so we're going to hear you for you tomorrow.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. No, I knew I'd seen him around town.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And then that's, of course, that's Connor back there. He's been with us.
Yeah, he's an old timer now.
Yeah, that is exactly right. Yeah,
Yeah.
6 months or more ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Connor. Josh, glad to have you, buddy.
I'm glad to be here, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Dale, you next up with a sewer report.
No, I don't have a whole lot. We did have to buy a new probe, a DO probe at the plant. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you this month.
Anybody got any questions today?
No news is good news.
It is. I saw Jocelyn Conrad a few minutes ago of Conrad Construction, the matriarch, and she was at a reception where I was a few minutes ago, and she said that they'll be working in earnest and beginning the next couple of weeks as these folks are doing what they're doing to begin to phase out. So they have sent out, and I think we distributed last time, how the traffic will flow when they're on a certain street, where the signs will be and that type of thing. So there will be some inconvenience, but the bottom line hopefully will be the right thing. And I'll go ahead and tell y'all something else that I did this morning. Several years ago when we started this process with the state and them wanting us to do this, they insisted that we not add anybody on to the sewer on the east end of town unless, well, really they didn't want to do it, but we did some by seeking approval from them. Had a gentleman in here this morning that's going to build a house over on Church Street, and he was asking permission, could he get a sewer tap? And my answer to him was yes, because if the state was complaining about us fixing the sewer, we're doing that, so I don't know what the complaint would be now. So it'll be a little while before he builds, but I think the timing will come together. So I told him we started to say, give him a sewer tap. That's not right, we'll sell him one. But anyway, in case you get some questions about the work that's being done or what I told the gentleman this morning. So, anybody, David? You getting out, Lucky?
All right.
Thank you, man. Chief Blake Hahn with the fire department report.
Well, fall suit, I don't have much for you tonight either. So, we ran 40 calls last month, 17 in the city and 23 out in the county. We've got a little bit of maintenance that we need to do. We need a tire on the brush truck, but that's something we thought could hold until after July 1. So, we've got a recruit class going on right now, some good prospects. Everything else is going pretty smooth.
It was a big flatbed truck that was over here tonight before, or it had to be last night, what here? I came around through here.
That's one of our members, Stephen Adams. He's working for a tow company. And so
Well,
he comes through, sometimes he's in his tow truck.
All right, my wife asked me, and I said, I don't know. I thought it might be somebody with Weymouth, but we don't have a truck like that yet. So that's a big old roll-off.
It was.
Okay.
Did we get the replacement on the Suburban yet?
We haven't. We've got everything, all the accounts set up with that government surplus bill. And we're in the process of looking now. So we went through all the red tapes and got everything set up, and so we're in the looking process now.
All right. Anything else, Chief Hahn? Did y'all have to go out, help get the tree out?
Yeah, I cut the tree out. We got at least half of it opened up, and the county officer said that they would have TDOT clear the rest. We're just trying to get some traffic flowing, so.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move into old business, continuation budget on second reading. And all these folks back here and are hoping y'all pass it so they get paid next week too. So I'll recommend that to you on second reading.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second to adopt a continuation budget, which gives us a budget through August 31st. Discussion, comments? Okay, if not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, if y'all bear with me just a minute and let me sign this. What was the date of our last meeting? June what? I got it right here, June 18th. All right, let me sign this because I want to get it to the state tomorrow. And then if it doesn't get down there, it's on April because it doesn't have her signature yet. April Lamberson, not April Pearson. Better be clear ahead. All right, appreciate y'all doing that. Already given you a little report on the sewer project. That's the latest I have. The water project is moving along. And really I don't have anything to report to you on street paving or the turntable. So unless y'all got some questions of me that I can try to answer, I don't have anything else to report on that. Okay. You got your budget report. That is the next to last one for this year. I'll be going through that and looking. I've already seen a couple of places at least where it looks like some expenditures and revenues were put in the wrong line item, and I'll try to get that straightened out for you and for all of us so that we'll know and have an accurate year-end report. I'd like to defer again the request on the bicycle route. I went back and read the minutes this morning, and there were some questions raised that last time that I haven't posed to the guy simply because I hadn't been here. But I will and try to get those answers for you, so if that's okay. It doesn't require any action unless y'all just want to take action on it. April, not sure if you were here or not, but they want to run US bicycle route 80 through Watertown. A couple of comments were made that we might have to do some shoulder work, might be some expense involved, so we need to explore that before we take any action. Steve, under old business, your industrial park follow-up, you ready to go with that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's on you.
I think I'd emailed out to everyone yesterday and asked April to put the printed copies on our desk today. As all of you know, we received an email back in early May from Mr. Moore concerning the 5-acre lot that the city has in the industrial park. I've been in conversations with Mr. Moore and also Mr. Sensing, who is, both of them are business owners in town and want to stay in town, and they both are needing room to grow. And they have agreed to these terms that I've got here, that I've emailed out to you. And with the plat that was associated with it, at their request, we've pretty much divided that lot as equally as we can, with the city retaining a 50-foot wide right-of-way for all other purposes through the middle of it that would allow us to extend Purple Tiger Drive if ever the industrial park ever expands into the property that's behind the current end of the industrial park. And that is agricultural land that's not in the city right now, but it's also landlocked. So I think that is a good potential expansion of the industrial park at some point in the future. The one thing I did find out today, I spoke with Chris is it Lawless?
Yeah.
Chris called me back, and we would not necessarily have to do a variance for lot 1 under this proposal, because he said the fact that the city right away is basically giving road frontage to lot 1, and so therefore he didn't think a variance would be required. But Mr. Moore, he did say that when you submit your plans for your new building, you're going to have to figure out how to do retention on that lot for drainage because of your parking lot.
Glad to have you with us tonight. It's good to see you.
Yeah. And I was actually, I think both of you have plans to pretty much move forward with this as soon as we can close the transaction and transfer ownership. No one's planning on sitting on it and holding it for a while. The plan is to move forward as soon as possible. And, but the one thing I think, Mayor, to make sure we're covered legally, I think for Mr. Moore and the owner of Lot 1, we do need to grant them an ingress egress easement right over the proposed roadway so that they can get an adequate driveway into their property around to what will be the front of their building that will not be facing the cul-de-sac. And with that, and I've had conversations with Mr. Moore on this, whatever driveway he puts in, it will be his responsibility to put it in and maintain it until the city puts in an official street.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
What do you need us to do tonight?
well, I guess I want to make the motion that we accept these terms as the city, and then if it's the board's desire to accept them, we can move forward in getting Mr. Davis to draw up a sales contract for all parties. Obviously, you'd be signing for the city, and we'd have 2 sales contracts, one for each of the businesses.
Okay.
And I mean, that's it. I think that's where we're at. From that standpoint, once the transactions are closed, you guys can start moving forward with your engineers and whatever plans you have for expanding out there.
I'm assuming you're here. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. Well, yeah. Sometimes we hide behind that. Doesn't always work.
I mean, I'm open to questions if anybody's got any questions.
You back?
How does our current sewer go to this sector? What does it do?
Well, the sewer right now is in the middle of the cul-de-sac. That's the end of the line, from my knowledge. And, but, you know, Roger, you are not necessarily planning a new building immediately. No. So, you know, there would be no sewer from that side, and obviously, Mr. Lowell, Mr. Moore, any new building you put in, you have access you have street frontage on the cul-de-sac, and you can come down and tie into the sewer. And matter of fact, there's a fire hydrant, I think, right there, would be right there in front of your building. So, you know, the water in the sewer is right there. So, I mean, because you just have to bring it out the southern end, or I guess it would be the southern end of the building. So.
Okay. So you're making a motion to proceed on with it, enter into the sales contract on East Army?
I'll
Yes.
second the motion.
Okay. Questions, comments? All right, you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you, that carries unanimously. Steve, I appreciate the good work you did on this.
Well,
Appreciate it very much.
do you want to reach out to Tim, or you want me to reach out to Tim about the sales contract? He's already got a copy of this.
You might, if you got time tomorrow, reach out to him.
I'll
I got a
follow-
full day and then I'm gone again for 4
It
days.
may be next week, but I'll follow up with him about getting sales contract.
I wouldn't get it any quicker.
Relay it
I'm
to
not here next week.
the appropriate parties.
All right, good. Looking forward to y'all's commitment to staying in Watertown and employ a lot of people. All right, the only item of new business I have is a proposal for mapping software to purchase. I think I sent that out to you.
You did?
And I wanted to make sure, y'all probably totally understood it, but I wanted to make sure that I understood it. And JC came back and told me this. This is mapping software that will create a utility map that the city can use for now and in the future. The existing maps are only hand-drawn, doesn't surprise me. and no GPS located. Those existing maps are probably original back to the 60s. He didn't say that, and I said that. When a repair is needed, it can be added to an inventory to show historical problem areas, as well as allowing the staff to, there we go, to more easily find valves and hydrants that they may need for the repair. We have also added in your meters and can easily make a meter change-out plan that will most likely be required as part of the leak survey. The water is currently being added in, but the sewer can also be added in as another layer. Hopefully this helps explain. Let me know if you have more questions. Y'all probably already knew that. I thought somebody will ask me tonight and I won't know what to say, so that's what I would say, okay? But I certainly recommend your approval of that. I will say, since we are 3 days before the end of the budget year, if you approve it tonight, we probably will not purchase that until after July 1, so it'll be on next year's budget. But I certainly recommend it to you. I think it's something that's been needed here for a long time.
Make a motion for us to accept.
I'll second.
Yeah. All right. Discussion, comments? Okay. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, that carries unanimously. That's the only item of new business I had. I will say, a week from today is the 4th of July parade and fireworks, 4 o'clock. I read somewhere maybe in the paper, line up at 3, parade at 4, fireworks at 9. Anticipating another good day, and from what I understand, the 7-day forecast, it might be a good day for everybody to have some water. It's supposed to be like 97 or 98. So hopefully everybody will come out and enjoy it. That is say again for the fireworks, that is a joint venture between the Chamber of Commerce and the city. It's worked very well for about 10 or 12 years, I think, and while it's not the biggest fireworks show in the area, it's certainly the best. And people have been very complimentary of it over the years. They like being able to come here, watch about 20 or 25 minutes of fireworks, and go home and be in bed at a decent hour, especially since the next day is a work day. So, our next meeting would be regularly scheduled for July 16. Y'all good with that? I know it's vacation time. Everybody good? Okay. That's when we'll do it. All right, we'll start around the table. Miss April, you're first.
I'm good.
Okay.
Everything's great.
Okay, I'm guessing Caleb doesn't have anything because he's not here. Cal? Miss Laura?
I just have a question about the fireworks ordinance. I've already got a few phone calls about the fireworks going off at 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, that kind of stuff. We'll just monitor those roads, and I know sometimes it's just hard to catch when it's just one here or there, but I said I would bring it up at the next meeting, so.
I told you about that, Cal. You can't be shooting fireworks 12 hours long.
They are very close to me, until once they are.
Yeah, they are close.
They're in between, I think they're,
Yeah, there's somewhere.
I haven't heard them.
East Main.
I honestly
too.
think they're out behind you, right at the city limits, where they've done it a few times.
Well, right now, they're not even supposed to be shot at all. Our ordinance says July 1 through July 7, and it's what, 10 o'clock, except on the 4th of July, we go to 11?
11, that's correct.
Okay.
There's,
But
They're still
honestly,
shooting
I haven't
now.
heard them.
It's, oh, behind my house here, they already shooting them.
We all live within a block of each other, and I haven't.
And I hadn't heard of it, my wife said she had. But you know, some of these folks that are shooting go right outside the city limits, and there's nothing to do about it. So it's challenging for them to, a lot of times the best thing to do, I'm guessing, is just go by and say, don't do that.
That's exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? All right, Steve?
I've got one thing and it just came to mind, because you and I had a conversation the other week, and this is for Mr. Moore, Mr. Simpson. The city has had a long time standing agreement with the drive-in theater that whatever we did with that lot, we would try not to have any outdoor lighting that's shining in their direction, because it could potentially interfere with the screen, I think it's screen 1 that goes up
Yeah.
that way. So all we would ask that any outdoor lighting that you put up, you try to either aim it to the east and to the north versus to the south and to the west, so it's not casting light over into the theater property. I didn't add that in here, it kind of came up, but I didn't think either one of you would have a problem with it. We all want to be good neighbors.
We've had some issues over there. We got, of course, Chief knows it, we got broke into a few years ago, and they took quite a bit of stuff. And we put security lights in and didn't realize it was gonna glare that far. And then we put it on a timer and that quite hadn't worked. I think we got it totally shut off right now.
Yeah.
And I'll give them the key to the door and turn on and off maybe.
Yeah.
We'll do it somehow.
Yeah, well, I mean, on your side, I know, instead of up, if you put any poles up, just kind of put them up where the light's shining north and east versus,
I think the ones that's bothering us on the building itself.
Yeah.
Like I say, we'll turn them off, whatever we gotta do.
I'm guessing there's no regulatory requirements to have any lighting or poles up.
Not from us.
Okay.
I don't know about Military Electric. I was just, when we recruited Barry and Dawn here 20 years ago, now 21, I guess, they were concerned about that because they knew that was designed to be an industrial park, but they came in with that and generated a lot of sales tax, so made a commitment to them that we would do our best. Now, I know you guys got to protect your property, not telling you not to do that, so.
Yeah.
But most of the time on stuff like this, we can work it out.
We're in support. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll work with them to come up with this.
Yeah, I worked for Las Vegas for the longest time for streetlights and stuff. They make prefabricated shades that block that area so the light won't face the clay. It'll just reflect back.
I ain't bringing a shot
Yeah.
on them and stuff.
Yeah, and they make plenty of them because we used to get light infraction and light trespassing
Okay?
complaints, so.
Well, you guys are sitting up there kind of out of the way, and I know you probably attract some stuff up there you don't want. Certainly don't want your stuff stolen, but probably some other stuff you don't want, so we understand. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up while they were here.
I'd forgotten about it till after.
I had too. I thought, what in the world are we talking about? That helped me. Got anything else?
That's it.
Huh?
The new restaurant that they're redoing down here, they brought all that out to the sidewalk. There is no parking. I mean, what kind of orders we got on parking in this town now?
I don't think we have anything.
We
required.
can't let them park on the sidewalk.
No, we can't do that.
And as far as I know, from what I can see, their restaurant is right on the edge of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And it's no parking there unless it's some in the back that I can find.
They used to have some room in the back, because there's a Connex behind there, so I don't know if they're planning on using that gap between the brick building and there.
But if they got any business at all, you won't park, what, 5 or 6 cars back there?
Yeah, he said, if I,
Yeah.
I speak to him a lot, he's right there. So he's hoping to be able to have 10 spots in the back. And there's currently 3 spots on the street right in front of him.
Well, but if their building's right up to the sidewalk.
No, there's room from where that porch ends to the street, there's room in there, and then there's 3 spots currently marked on the street as it sits down.
I looked at it and I didn't see any parking.
It's under the pile of rock right now. He's got big piles of rock out there, and I think there's parallel
But
parking on the
that's something we
street.
need to look at,
It's right
because we
in
can't
there.
let them park on the sidewalk, and that's what I think is gonna be happening.
Well, there's three spots marked on the pavement, on
Yeah.
the macadam, on the road.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to run them off, don't get me wrong, but,
Sure, yeah.
we can't let people, we got enough parking on the sidewalk in the city
I
anyway.
know there is a grassy stretch behind the building. I think that they were gonna use part of that too.
He said 10 parking spots back there.
Well, that'll be tight.
Yeah.
Everybody probably parks better than I do. That's something we'll have to watch, I guess.
Okay, we need to,
Yeah. All right.
that's all I
Yeah,
got.
that's something we can work out, I think. Is that,
That's it.
anything else? All right. Well, that's all we have tonight, folks, unless there's something that y'all thought about as we went around the table. I don't have anything else. I'll start to work on the budget and, but time pressure's off a little bit anyway. Anything? John, anybody out there in TV land? No, sir. I didn't think to ask a while ago. All right, if there's nothing else, I'll entertain my favorite motion. Oh, somebody
Make a motion
make
to
it.
adjourn.
Yeah. All right, we're adjourned. Thanks everybody for coming.